We're looking at the common assessment for Unit 3. Let's pick up where we left off last time and talk about the writing tasks. So how to plan and write your 5-paragraph essay. Now, hopefully you start essay work on day 1, but look at the pacing here. Just know day 2 and day 3, that's all about the essay, right? You start your plan on day 2, you finish that, you begin writing, and then you finish the essay on day 3. That's the pace. Remember, we are taking the exam on Edge Elastic, and this is an important step. Please know you should complete both the planning page and essay in the Google Classroom assignment first that I create. Afterwards, when you're done, then copy and paste the essay, not the plan, just the essay, into Edge Elastic. That way, you won't risk losing any of your work. It's kind of like how we did it on the second common assessment. So, what is this essay prompt? Here it is. Both Jin from American Born Chinese and blank from blank, I can't give it away, right, are attempting to escape something. What are they escaping from, and how are their attempts to escape similar? So, how should your thesis look? Remember, a thesis, it's your big claim that answers the prompt, the overall argument for your entire essay. So let's look at that prompt again. Look at the end part. It says, how are their attempts to escape similar? Key in on that word similar. That means to compare or show how things are the same. So for this type of synthesis comparison essay, there is a thesis structure that I would recommend. Look at the sentence frame here. Both Jin and blank, the other character, are attempting to escape blank. What are they both trying to escape? That's what you put at the end. What shared thing are they both trying to escape? That's similar. One more thing to notice. Look there at the bottom. It's part of a planning page, right? You see the thesis, which I just kind of showed you the frame for that. Now look at the ideas for the body 1 and the body 2 claim. You jot those down, right, in your planning page. So my body 1 paragraph, it's all about Jin. My body 2, it's all about the other character. Notice the word because that I've highlighted for both the body paragraphs. I show that because it's a good idea to give a big reason or to give a how they're escaping within your body paragraphs, right in the claim. Right in the claim. I'll show you what I mean, okay? Here's an example. This is taken from a previous essay we did where you compare the school experiences of Jin with Maria from the poem that we read, Miss Clements. So if you look at my thesis, just glance really quick, I say their school experiences are the same. They both face discrimination, right? Now look at my body 1 claim, right? That whole paragraph, it's all about how Jin faces discrimination. But then I say because he was taunted for his Chinese ancestry. My body 2. Maria faces discrimination because she's outcast for her Italian heritage. Using a word like because is strong because it helps you give a how or give a big reason to add to your claim. Still keep it general. It should be broad and avoid details. It is your claim after all, but tack on that big reason for your claim in your body paragraphs. So your planning page is your blueprint. You've seen the thesis. You've seen the body 1 and 2 claims. You jot them down and you grab your evidence for both body paragraphs. That's a completed planning page. Here's an example. And your essay is the building, right? If you have a strong planning page, the essay practically writes itself. So let's break it down a little bit. Paragraph 1, it's your intro. Paragraph 2, it's your first body paragraph. Paragraph 3 is your second body paragraph. Then you finish with a connections paragraph and a conclusion. That's 5 total paragraphs. Your intro, you start with a quick hook sentence, all right? This is just a quick statement or a question related to the topic. So you might just make a quick statement about the idea of escape in general, right? You don't need to mention the books or anything right here. You shouldn't. Then a quick summary statement about the sources. And then you finish with your thesis. Your intro paragraph, very short, like 3 sentences. Your body paragraphs. These are the big parts of your essay. It's the meat of your essay. This is containing the big claims from your thesis. Both body paragraphs are 8 to 10 sentences, and both have 2 pieces of evidence. Look at the example down below. Just another reminder, your body 1 paragraph should be all about Jin, and your body 2 paragraph should be all about that other character. Okay, you've written your intro, you've written both body paragraphs. Your 4th paragraph is that connections paragraph, right? You start off with a connection sentence. You state a real world or personal connection that you have to an idea from your thesis. You're not mentioning Jin. You're not mentioning American-born Chinese. This is all about your own connection to ideas from the thesis. That's why we call it a connection paragraph. Next, you give a specific example of that connection. So, for this essay, maybe you give an example from your own life when you tried to escape something. Or if it's a real world connection, maybe you give an example of something you saw on the news, right? Then you finish this connections paragraph with a significance statement. Explain the significance of this connection, relate it back to your thesis. This paragraph is also short, like 3-4 sentences. You do not need evidence. You should not be mentioning the books. You are the evidence, right? 3 to 4 sentences, very short. Conclusion paragraph, super short, 2 sentences. First, restate the thesis, just reword or rephrase your thesis, then finish with one last sentence, a so what statement. Leave the reader with a final thought about how your thesis relates to something bigger than just the text, right? We call it so what, because why does your essay matter? Go out with a bang, tie your essay up with a nice ribbon. Again, those 5 paragraphs in order: intro, body 1, body 2, connections, conclusion. 5 sounds like a lot. It's really not, though, because you do the heavy lifting in the body paragraphs. Those are both 8 to 10 sentences with evidence, right? But all the other paragraphs are super short. All the other paragraphs are like 3 sentences. One last reminder, make sure when you do your writing and planning, you do them both in the Google Classroom assignment first. When you're finished, then you copy paste your essay into Edulastic. Not the plan, just the essay itself. And when you're totally finished with that and you're done with everything in the exam, don't forget to submit. That's the last thing to do, submit, and do not do that until you're a trillion, million, billion, quadrillion % sure that you are absolutely done. You have 3 days to take the full exam. We've been over now all the essay paragraphs. If you want further breakdowns on the essay specifics, if you want to do a deep dive into any of the paragraphs, there are exemplars, there are videos, there are all sorts of helpful resources on the English Basics 1-pager, so I would recommend to check it out. We've now been over all the rollout materials for the Common Assessment number 3. Good luck. I'll take any questions you might have.